Hey guys, Happy Trees here. Today I wanted to take a look at the Swan, the new LMG. You can get this out of the Fortnitemares Event Pinatas. And it's really an interesting weapon. It fires like any other. It's pretty standard LMG, but it has a really neat, different 6 perk on it. Each shot fired grants 1.8 crit rating for 1 second. Stacks up to 15 times. So, what's that? Pretty close to 30. I don't know, like 26% extra crit rating. So that's nice. And then I'll read the description. Light machine gun, rat rod, fast firing LMG with a large magazine size and ramp up time. Most effective at suppressing fire after fully ramping up. And when I read this, I figured it was going to be like the Monsoon, I think it's called, like the minigun pistol, because that has a pretty big wind up time on it. But this thing, I hardly even notice it. I don't know. I think maybe like the first couple bullets fired are a little bit slower. It doesn't really seem to be too big of a deal, in my opinion. So it has 10% crit chance on it. This would be 50. I got 45 up here. So 50% damage, crit damage. Fire rate, it's pretty fast, 8.1. The range is 4,000, so that's good. Pretty in the middle of the range for the assault rifle on range. And the reload time isn't so bad, but I have a reload speed perk on it. So I've been playing with this gun for a little while now, and I like it. I think it's pretty solid. And I didn't notice how bad the perks were until just now. These perks kind of suck, man. Headshot damage. This definitely isn't a weapon you want to be trying to get headshots on. It's an LMG, so the spread or the bullet bloom is kind of crappy, you know. So I would definitely switch this out for something else. It has magazine size and reload speed on it, so that's not ideal. And it has crit damage with no crit rating on it, but the 6 perk gives us crit rating, so that's kind of okay, I guess. But yeah, let's get into some gameplay. Alright, so here we go. We got a couple mist monsters right here. Let's check it out. Pretty decent. Not bad at all. That was one clip right there, and we almost managed to take everything out. Alright, so let me just show off how this thing fires real quick. The spread on it isn't too bad, really. Look at that. That's just me not holding it down at all. Not bad at all. But once you start moving, holy smokes, it gets really bad. So in order to use this weapon, you're going to need to just stand still and shoot. Once you start moving, it gets really, really crappy. Really, really fast. And for my loadout, I'm going to be using Urban Assault. He gets a lot of assault rifle weapon damage bonuses to him. And we're also using the Berserker for an extra 24% weapon damage. Alright, so here we go. We found a nice little smasher over here. This weapon has nature damage on it, so on some of the water husks that I've been fighting, keep that in mind, kinda sorta. And the fire husks, same thing, less damage on them. But yeah, let's check it out here. Well, and that, you can see when it starts shooting really fast. That was because I got a headshot with Urban Assault. That's his perk. If you get a headshot, you get increased fire rate. But yeah, that wasn't bad at all. A little over 1 clip. That was pretty good. Alright, so we got a nice little group of enemies here with a whole lot of little shielders and stuff on them. What the heck? There's like 5 in that group. And these things are really a pain in the butt to kill without abilities. Okay, well, I don't think this is going to happen. I need to use one ability. One ability, real quick. Okay, there we go. Alright. We got some fire enemies here, of course. It's a nature weapon, so it's going to do less damage to them. So yeah, if you're using this gun, you just gotta stop and shoot with it, which is an issue, kind of. But yeah, if you move around, your spread gets awful. So don't even try it. And that speed up thing, I might have mentioned that already, but the speed up is just because of the hero we're using. If you get a headshot, he shoots faster. Oh boy. Here's a couple more mist monsters. Let's try to take them out. We'll stand a little bit of range to see what happens. I mean, it shoots pretty decent. I mean, the spread isn't horrible until you start moving. Then the weapon falls apart, right? You can't hit nothing. Horrible. But if you're just standing still, the spread is really good. So I thought this weapon was pretty good since I've been playing with it. And when I made this video and looked at the stats for it and seen how bad they were, I mean, this weapon could be pretty decent if it had the right perks on it, I have a feeling. But I don't think I'm going to be leveling up or putting the right perks in it and putting perk up into it, because I have other weapons that do what this weapon does. You know what I mean? But it is a pretty good LMG. So the LMGs that I use are this thing, whatever it's called, the hacksaw, and that's what that looks like. And then I use the Mercury LMG too. That's what that looks like. And then the Swan. Way better. Way better. Until you start moving, right? Then it gets pretty crappy. But let's see what this looks like when you move. Still pretty crappy. Still pretty crappy. Is this the crappiest? Yeah, kind of. But yeah, they all kind of fall apart when you move around. But this thing is, if you're standing still, I would say this is the best. You know what I mean? Look at that. It's going up. Look at that. It's going way up too. And this thing just kind of stays right there. Not bad. And I'm not holding it down right now. That's just where it stops. So yeah, I think it's a really good weapon. It's pretty solid. Is it the new best weapon in the game? Definitely not. But it's pretty solid for an LMG. I probably won't be playing with it much because I have other guns that do what it does and they're already perked up. But it's pretty solid, man. I'd definitely recommend playing with it if you don't have any other decent LMGs. The one downside to it is that it has a high fire rate and it's going to blow a lot of ammo. And it uses medium ammo, so it's a little harder to come by. You can only hold 3,000 of those, and it takes a bit more to craft than small ammo. But, I mean, that's pretty much, you have that same problem on all the LMGs. So, yeah, pretty solid weapon. But yeah, that's it for this video. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you next time. Bye-bye.